Hello, Greg from Balloon Market here and welcome to BMTV. Okay, this week once again we have Mark Drury from Pioneer. Mark, thanks very much for coming in again this week.
You're welcome, Greg.
Today, Mark is going to show us how to create something spectacular for Halloween. So, without further ado, over to you, Mark.
Thank you very much. So we're going to do a QuickLink stand-up character. To start that off, we need a weight, and to make it colour-coded, I've covered one of the insides of these foil weights.
All right.
With a latex balloon.
Oh, very nice. Very simple.
And then we're going to use a 4-balloon cluster using Qualatex 11-inch balloons downsized to 9 inches. And we're just going to wrap in the neck of the weight around our balloons.
Okay. Simple. You don't even tie a knot.
No knots. The knot is actually created by the friction between the wrap.
Ah, right, okay, okay.
So you'll notice that when we put the next cluster on, which is a lovely purple violet 5-inch, inflated to 5-inch, I'm actually use the same neck and I lay the cluster on, stretch the neck up, and it's the stretch in the neck once wrapped round the cluster.
So that's the same neck that's attached to the weight?
Same neck that's attached to the weight on this occasion. Obviously we're going to run out of that neck at some point, but we can always pick a neck from the next cluster to move up and forward from.
Okay, so what next?
Well, I thought I'd better show you how I created the cluster in the first place. It's quite important. For all balloon decoration, the clusters are consistent.
Yeah.
One of the best things about Qualatex balloons is they're consistent in size, shape and colour, which makes this a bit easier. Take my trusty hand pump. This going to do 3 pumps. If I put a twist in the balloon, a little tip, and use that to hold on to the side of the pump, I'm not going to lose any air from there while I'm sizing my next balloon.
Okay.
A little bit of pressure onto my side, makes them nice and round.
That's a Drury technique right there. I learned that at the Spring Fair.
And then I'm going to tie them nice and tight together with a double knot.
Okay.
Important not to have lots of gap in between the 2 balloons for the cluster.
So you pull them as close as possible.
In this design, and that's because when they go together as a 4-balloon cluster, you can see the tension there, that they're held together nice and tight, and that allows some rigidity. How'd you say that, Bray? Rigidity into the design.
Perfect.
And then we're going to grab a neck from this cluster.
So that's just another neck from...
Just another neck from the purple clusters, and attach that.
No, not again. Awesome. Okay.
Really quite strong.
Oh yeah. Nice and solidly put together.
And then we're going to use 12-inch QuickLinks, and these are, it's great because it doesn't matter which way around you tie these when you put them together.
Big fans of QuickLinks.
I'm just going to wrap those around my cluster, again putting some stretch into the balloon.
So there's no set way to do that, you can just wrap it around?
As long as it's gone round all 4 balloons, you should be fine.
Okay.
And to hide our mechanics, I need another 4-balloon cluster.
Yeah.
You're dying to get involved.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I just go wrong as soon as I'm involved.
Place that in and cross over the 2 balloons, and that gives us our stand-up.
Makes it a bit more stable, doesn't it? Okay.
Fantastic. Should we put this on the floor?
Let's put this on the floor. So that's great. So far that's still pretty solid as it is. That's great, nice and stable. So what do we do? Whoa, table's gone. What? Okay, let's move this forward. We've got a bit more space now. So Mark, what do we do next?
We're going to use one of our shaped heads character.
And here, as if by magic, is one I prepared earlier.
Fantastic. So I'm going to tie this directly onto the QuickLink.
And hit me in the face. There we are. So this is helium filled.
It is helium filled.
Helium filled this, so that will hopefully help keep this quite stable.
It'll create some upward lift. You can do it with air filled, but you just have to make sure all your clusters are tight. You will find that the weight of the foil does tend to lean it forward slightly.
Okay, so helium filling is probably the safest way to.
It's a safe. There's plenty of perceived value to afford you to sell the design with helium in the head.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Fantastic.
Now what?
We'll take another cluster and finish that off at the neck just by crossing those over. And you could leave the design like that, but
you're not going to, are you?
No.
No. Okay. What next then?
I'd like to add some other design elements in. So I'm going to use a couple of 6-inch QuickLinks,
yeah,
rounded off and tied separately. The reason I've tied them separately before I duplicate them is I want to have a little bit of stretch or gap between the two balloons.
Okay, so where we needed them quite tight earlier on, now you want a little bit more of a gap. Okay.
So again, we're just going to tie these off.
Okay.
And that allows us to then drop them into the neck. So
that's all you do, literally?
In the shoulders. I'm actually going to wrap them round once, and that will just help to secure them in.
Excellent.
But the beauty of the QuickLink is we've now got an attachment point that I can use to put the arm on.
Yeah.
And as if by magic,
there's one you prepared.
There's a television.
Look at that.
So this is just a 260Q with a loop twist and a couple of pinch twists.
Okay.
I'm going to tie that straight in.
You're not going to expect me to tie that on the other side, are you? No, that'll be.
We need a separate video for tying for Greg.
Yeah, okay. In fact, stick around. You might find a separate little video about how to tie balloons. We've had a scissor malfunction.
Ta-da!
Oh, there they are. Thank you for not making me do it.
Okay. And we can give it some character. By bending our arms in.
Excellent.
Should we go one stage further?
It's missing something, Mark. It's missing something.
Should we give her a broomstick?
That's a good idea. I like it.
So this is just a fully inflated 260Q.
Okay.
I'm going to do 3 pinch twists together on the end of here. So I've made sure the balloon's sort of deflated slightly, gone a little softer than normal.
All right. It's a 3-way knot sort of thing.
3 pinch twists next to each other, directly on the end.
Okay.
And then we've tied off the ends, the 3 260s, and I'm just going to drag this through.
So when you say you've tied off the ends of a 260Q, that's obviously not a full 260Q.
No, but the inflated piece here is the very end, which means we haven't got any knots.
Okay. And then you just tied the knots sort of halfway down.
Yes.
And then snipped the rest off. Okay, cool.
And we never throw anything away. These are the bits that we snipped off. So we're going to gather the bristles. Just tie around. And then with a little bit of manipulation at the end, you end up with a broomstick.
A broom, look at that, perfect. That's great. All right.
Attach this to our character. We'll use that bit of 260Q and gently wrap that through one of the hands.
Don't give it to me.
Go on.
No, no, no.
Okay.
One day, maybe. So did you actually tie that in a knot, or is that just using the friction?
Just again, wrap round and then tucked away so it hides the attachment. And there we've got our finished character.
That is fantastic. Let's turn her around a little bit. Mark, that's awesome. And it doesn't take very long at all, does it?
QuickLinks.
Fantastic, QuickLinks right there. And Mark, we really do appreciate you coming in. I hope you'll join us again and show us something else in the future. It's been great having you. Yeah, if you'd like to see a few more of these techniques in a bit more close-up detail, well, they're coming next. From me and from Mark, hopefully, see you soon. Bye!